Good evening, everybody. It's Carlos Hernandez,
John Tenta,
and Jeremy Knight.
And we're here with the Seabass Chinaman Adventure Hour, which you didn't see because right behind my man John.
That's right.
As you saw from the promo that's been out on YouTube now, it's scoring up 1 million hits by now. We're going to be just a few guys sitting down talking about the simple pleasures of life, movies, television, video games, comic books, technology, music, what have you. And everything's done with sponsorship, real sponsorship. This week we got Bud Light Lime, Limerita. Over here, as you see.
We got the beautiful energy drink of Red Bull. Mixes well with almost any soda.
And your V8 V Fusion Energy Plus.
And you can mix the Red Balls and the V8 and have something. What would you call that? A Red Bull and a V8.
Red Bull and V8. I call that. I don't even know. Vegetable. That's it's pomegranate blueberry flavor mixed with the Red Bull energy drink. That's I don't know.
What would you call it? I'm like trying to think of what you're talking about.
Like an antioxidant kind of spark.
As you know, I'm the originator of the Pineapple Express, which is a pineapple crush in Red Bull. And we call that Pineapple Express. We got the Blue Balls, which was a blue raspberry Red Bull. But I guess we could come up with an idea later. You know what I'm saying?
You can ponder it while it goes on, I guess.
I like that word, ponder.
That's good.
So
doesn't get enough credit, that word.
And segueing into this big film, Dark Knight, what do you think? I guess Jeremy, I'll start with Jeremy. What do you think this will do? Like, in that aspect. I mean, do you think that? Well, what's your take on the whole Dark Knight? What do you think about Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight?
I think it's excellent. I've liked Christopher Nolan since Memento.
Yeah, great film.
I love everything that he's never done. And I really, really like what he did with the Batman series. I mean, I know you have some complaints about. You're not the only one about.
I hate
Christian Bale's
I'm going on record
voice.
saying I hate Batman and all of its films. But go on, I'm sorry.
But you did like the George Clooney one, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
because that was a gem.
Batman and Robin
with the real Bane that we all want.
That was a gem.
Yeah.
No, honestly, no, I'm not. I mean, we can actually compare the freaking series. But I'm saying this. I mean, I love Memento. I think if I can think of Inception. I think Inception is a little bit above Memento in the greatest.
It's different, so it's kind of.
But I mean,
Inception's overall just a more groundbreaking film, I think, than Memento was.
Inception.
Inception.
Inception, yeah. And I'm just saying that you look at these Batman films, and with the exception of Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, which was fucking unbelievably genius, there was nothing redeeming about Batman the Dark Knight. I mean, just to me. I mean, I sat there in the New York City Regal Cinemas, and I cried watching the fucking Watchmen trailer. And after that, I didn't want to do anything else. I wanted to go home, masturbate to the Watchmen. I mean, I'm sorry. I know Delano probably is punching the TV screen right now, but this is a fact. But do you think do you think people will flock to The Dark Knight Rises over, say, Spider-Man? I mean, do you think that people?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I think people with Spider-Man. I think it was just kind of like it could be okay or it could be not so good.
Yeah, it could go.
And I don't think they were. I don't know. I don't think people were as excited for Spider-Man. I mean, in comparison to The Dark Knight, which, has been a great series. And I don't know if this thing is still recording, but I'm talking anyway.
Keep talking. It's like commentary.
The screensaver went on, guys.
Yeah, keep going.
But I think people are really excited. The Dark Knight was. People loved the film. Critics, everyone loved The Dark Knight except for Carlos.
The only one.
He's about the only one. I mean, I think you're a little bit biased because you do hate Christian Bale just in every film. With his cancer.
Christian Bale?
I understand that.
John Connor.
I'll give him credit. But that didn't. I think the rest of the film and just the quality of filmmaking in comparison to the original Batman movies is way better. Well, I think it's a lot better. It's a better film overall, not just not just Heath Ledger's performance. I think if you watch Batman Begins, I enjoyed it.
I recently
think it was just as
rewatched
good
it.
as-
I recently rewatched Batman Begins. I did, and again, I mean, there were a couple of things I enjoyed, but then
You're just not gonna get past Christian Bale.
I don't know. I don't know what's fucking wrong with me. Maybe I am fucking a monster. Maybe I'm
What do
Hitler.
you think about their portrayal as far as like the comic books go? Do you think that they're Ra's al Ghul?
I was gonna get into that in a second, but I mean, you know, the segue. But it's. Well, first, let me ask you, what do you think? I mean, are you agreeing with Jeremy? Are you sucking, you know, Batman, Christopher Nolan's, cock? I mean,
I enjoy it. I mean, I'm a surface level person. I don't go in depth in movies as much. I watch them to be entertained, and if I'm entertained, then I'll say it's a good movie.
And me as a person who's never seen it, I think if
Oh shit, that's right. You've never seen Batman?
yeah, I've never seen any of them.
Holy
For me as a person
shit.
who's never seen it, I think that it seemed like it would be a good movie, like a deep, entertaining movie.
That's
Well,
right.
It's not, though.
I don't know, the way you're making it sound,
It's very
makes me want to watch it less.
Oh shit, look at that right here.
But I mean, I think
There you go, Christian Bale.
I think that going back to comparing it to Spider-Man, if you're gonna compare it to that it'd have an overall better attendance.
Yeah, I think he'll
I know,
do
actually, when we saw it. Well, we didn't see the IMAX 3D. We just saw regular 3D.
that. For Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't super impressed with the 3D, to be honest.
Because there was only like 3 really 3D.
If you just took off the glasses, it'd be exactly the
I
same.
think when they used it looked great, but there were scenes where I just took off my glasses because they
That's
wasn't
what
even
that's what
shot in
he was
3D.
saying, yeah.
Like, I mean, there were. I think every close-up conversation of a like, I mean, for all the wider shots,
Mhm.
those were typically in 3D to add some depth to the, to the screen. But I think. I don't know. I wasn't super impressed with the 3D. I mean, it was okay, but there just wasn't really. It wasn't needed. To be honest, I don't think.
I mean, there were some scenes I did enjoy. I mean,
Really cool. Yeah.
the funny thing is the trailer from last year was genius. If they would have just done that with the 3D in this movie, I mean, but segueing, which is what John Jump's heading at. I mean, I think, and maybe this is why it bothers me, and I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of people from New York, if we're watching the show, might laugh. I am a giant comic book nerd. I think more than all of you, because I think none of you really do. And I mean, I think what I like about Amazing Spider-Man, and we'll do this real quick because you know it's so closely based on Humberto Ramos's characterization of Spider-Man that he did about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and Andrew Garfield looks exactly like the Peter Parker in that book. And I actually enjoyed it. I hate the Lizard. I hated what they did with the Lizard.
It was horrible.
He could have been not in the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I think he was a wasted character.
But I really do dig that they stuck with an origin.
Yeah.
That you can chew on. Now that's another thing about Batman Begins. Even in you made a joke about the early Warner Brothers, Tim Burton's or whatever. I mean, I just rewatched Tim Burton's Batman. The origin was good. It was not as solid. But same thing with Batman Begins. It wasn't a solid origin, and
Maybe been better.
What's it again?
It could have been better.
And I mean, it's sad because I would love for a movie to follow a comic book 100%. Now, like I said, with Spider-Man, I think it actually did do that. I mean, if you would cut out the Lizard, the movie would have been 100% solid.
Yeah, I think the Lizard was just a complete waste of a villain.
Yeah, and this whole thing with Batman based on the whole Nightfall series. I mean, I actually read Nightfall back in 92, 93 when it came out, and I bought the 10 issues of fucking Bane breaking the Batman's back. And I don't know if I'm giving away anything because I don't know how closely they're following the comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a great story to begin with, but it should be interesting to see Batman defeated. Who knows when in the film it will happen. I mean, I don't know if it happened early and then he comes back and that's why it rises, or this is how it ends and then, he gives the thing over to Robin. I don't know. But I mean,
I think a lot of people just
I think
exited
if
out of their
anything,
browser when you just said that Batman's back gets broken.
oh
Like,
no, in the comic book in Nightfall, I don't know shit about fucking Christopher Nolan's Batman Dark Knight Rises. You just heard I hate fucking the series. I don't give a shit about it. You know why I'm going? Because the fucking Moody Gardens is showing it on IMAX for $9. You can't beat that. The biggest screen in fucking Texas. That's I'm gonna see it for $9. It's good to be the king sometimes. But anyway, so the reason I'm gonna see it because I'm a cheap bastard. If I was rich, I would never see it. I wouldn't bother. But segueing into that, I don't know. I just I mean, I hope it's good. I hope it ends on a good note. I mean, come on. I mean, you could all answer because you both see the trailer. Catwoman's fucking costume being so close to the TV series. I mean, did you see the trailers? Have you seen the Batman trailer? What do you think about that?
I don't really have a whole lot to say about the costumes. I mean, to be honest.
But I mean, doesn't it take
from
away,
the
like,
trailer, I don't
while you watch it, you're thinking about a fucking Channel 5 TV show, and you're like, oh, this guy's gay. I mean, isn't that what you think about when you see that costume?
I think it's better than anything from the original.
How about Bane's costume?
Like Halle Berry, like
Well,
that was
well, I mean, oh my God,
yeah,
let's talk about
yeah.
Halle Berry's
That was
talent. It's
beautiful.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Well, she's a beautiful woman to look at, but I'm just saying that.
the movie was terrible.
It was. I didn't remember. Was Christopher Walken in that movie? I don't even remember who was in that movie. But I'm just okay. How about Bane? Like you see, I mean, have you ever seen what Bane looks like in the comic books?
I've
Yeah, have you?
Yes.
Have you? No,
He's
No.
jacked
no.
up.
Lee's like, yeah, I don't know. All right, but he looks. He has. I mean, the mask is
The
kind of
mask.
cool. You have the red eyes. You have the.
It looks almost like Spawn's mask, kind of.
Interesting, yeah.
Like Spawn.
And then you have this. When I saw, what's his name? Quick, Hardy, right? Ed Hardy,
Mhm.
the actor, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Was it Ed Hardy? What's his name? Actually, Charlie. What's his name? Anyway, he's a great, phenomenal fucking actor.
Yeah,
When I
he's
saw
great.
that stupid ass mask, I wanted to smack him. It looks horrible compared to the comic. And it's like, this is what I'm saying. I guess maybe I'm the fucking idiot that read comic books as a kid because I can't enjoy the film unless it gives me something.
I think like it can't please everybody. Like the films can't please everybody, and I think the people that might not please is the comic book fans. I mean,
Which
because
is-
none of
Which
us
is
here-
a fucking comic book movie. What the
Which is
fuck?
ironic.
Yeah, I know,
It's very
but
ironic.
I mean, but not everybody that goes to see it is a comic book fan.
I think that's
So, I mean,
almost in the same sense as a book being into a movie, like the Harry Potter series. Every Harry Potter fan who read all the books had
some
something
people
to say
liked
about
it, some
Yeah.
people hated
So I
it.
think
Same with
that-
like the Hunger
Exactly.
Games.
I
They include a lot of
I don't
stuff
think
in
comic
those
books are
movies.
the exception.
I mean, I agree with Harry Potter because, like I said, after film 2, 3,
They
they
deviated.
deviated from the book
They
so
took
much.
away their robes and everything.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm
Street
all
clothes.
fucking Abercrombie and Fitch kid. You can see me, you know. and then the last one, they followed it to a fucking T, which sucked because the book sucked, and I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Why would you follow a book that sucked if you deviated from all really good
Do
books?
you think the book sucked, Carlos? I thought they were.
I thought the book was alright. I didn't think it sucked. I mean,
Did you read Deathly Hallows?
I read all the books.
Okay, so in Deathly Hallows, first off, Harry should have fucking died, no doubt.
Yeah,
Come
he
on,
should
stop the man.
have died. Okay, but
Harry should have died.
I mean, he's got to win. He's Harry.
What's
One I
your
never caught. I haven't seen the last one actually.
Oh, well, now you know he don't fucking
But
die.
I went and watched
Rah,
it.
rah. But the point is,
I haven't read the books, and I didn't watch the first 6 films until the 7th one came out. I watched them all
Well,
in a
then
weekend,
you don't
and
matter.
then went and watched the first part of the 7th one. So I didn't even see the last part of that
Yeah.
series. So I don't have anything. I really enjoy the movies. I mean, but I didn't read the books, so I have no knowledge of that. I don't have anything.
You have a
to
very
Well,
shallow interest.
I think
Exactly, yeah,
I
I
think the
didn't-
movies tried, and they were close most of the time.
well, that's, what do you mean?
On the
From books to film. Yeah, I mean, you know, it just bothers me when you can't follow closely adapted, books to film, and
especially when the book's good.